So my next video today will focus on Montegrappas. I have two here. They're both in the Zero series. The first one, this one is a Pinventure exclusive. Hopefully you're familiar with the Pinventure YouTube channel. It's a young man from Romania. His name is Emmy, and he has such a passion for fountain pens, and I just love watching his videos. I could just watch them all day long. He has a beautiful collection. He also sells pens, and so this Montegrappa is a Pinventure exclusive, and that's Emmy's signature from his store and his YouTube channel. And there's the Montegrappa logo right there, and Montegrappa right there, and a little ball to help you clip it. It does seem to be looking a little blue in this for some reason, but it is actually green. And the model name of this one is the Chrysocolla. The Zero Chrysocolla. See, it's made in Italy. And Emmy from Pinventure, he is selling these limited to 30. The first 10 are gold nibbed, and the 11 through 30 will be steel nibbed. Due to the price, I picked the steel nibbed one, and I don't know if you can see, but I actually have the first steel nibbed one. This is the number 11 out of 30. So that means I have the first steel nibbed. Now, I just saw his video introducing this, and I just saw the way it was just so simply designed but beautiful at the same time. And then he started talking about how he has different options for different budgets. That's when I decided to go to the website and actually check out the costs. I just assumed this is going to be in the thousands of dollars because he showcases so many expensive pens on his channel. I just like, oh, I'm not going to spend thousands of dollars on that. But when he mentioned the steel nibbed option, oh, there you can see the 11 out of 30. I decided to take a chance and went on the site. It does come from Romania, but shipping didn't take very long. I think he mailed it on a Monday, and it was actually supposed to be delivered to me on a Monday. But once it got to the U.S., they just decided to let it hang out at the airport, at different airports, just holding it. So otherwise, it would have been here in less than a week. But there's the nib, stainless steel. This is extra fine. And Emmy, he works on every nib before it leaves his office. And you can actually send him directions as to how you like your nib, and he'll do that for you. So this says Montegrappa, Italy, Italia, and extra fine down there at the bottom. It's a basic nib, basic matte finish here. But that's the Chrysocolla. And the Chrysocolla has a twin. I bought this locally at Pen Boutique the day before Chrysocolla shows up. And this is the Cityscape. Right? I think it's called Cityscape or Cityscape. And this is part of the Kenro Reserve collection. Kenro apparently, Kenro Ventures is involved in inking, and they also are like a middle person for, liaising with different brands and different retailers to release special edition. So this is their Monteverde Zero And again, it's the same finial. No Pinventure thing, but it's pretty much all the same. No limited edition. It just has that there. And this is good representation of the color for this one. It's a purple with a little brown, little streaks of white and pink, and the gold trim. Again, made in Italy. Montegrappa. I love that. And both of these pens are made of Montegrappa, which is Montegrappa's in-house resin type material. It's sustainable, so you can actually melt these down and reuse them at some point. So this the nib here. Again, it's a stainless steel, and this is a fine. Again, these write very beautifully. No complaints. Just like with the Haute, no complaints. These are a little bit more expensive. The Cityscapes was $445 at Pen Boutique. And the Chrysler from Pinventure, since it came from Romania, it was $459 with shipping. Once they transferred from euros to US, it was $459. So basically, I paid $15 for shipping, $14 for shipping. Not bad. I'll show you what's in the box. I'll show you what's in Emmy's box, because the boxes are pretty much the same. Here's Montegrappa, very smooth, filthy. It's a hard cardboard. Smooth bed here. A cleaning cloth. Two cartridges, both black. And a booklet, Montegrappa booklet, which I'm going to use right now. That's the box, and on the outside of the box, this is the Chrysler 0 extra fine, and 11 out of 30. And pretty much the same thing in this box. And the Cityscapes. The same thing. No cleaning cloth. No cleaning cloth in that one. Just use and maintenance, warranty. And some photos of the factory. So nothing fancy there. A little wave in there. Trying to get my videos organized and flowing. So the Chrysler, not fully but partially inked, is 34.13. Uncapped, it's 20.56. Cityscapes should be around the same, give or take a few. It's partially, not fully inked, 20.72. And 14.31. Size comparisons. Use my Cross 175th anniversary, which is really tiny, and the Haute. The Montegrappa Zeros are longer than both of them and wider than the cross, and it's straight up and down. It's just straight up and down. There's no no rounding in it. But the Haute probably is just a little bit girthier here, and yeah, thinner in spots as well. So this is kind of the middle of the road as far as size goes. I guess a better comparison would be something like similar shape. And this is the Nettuno 1911 Black Sands, which pretty much goes straight down, but it's wider than the Montegrappa Zeros. So for the one thing I want to touch on before I go into the writing sample, for the Chrysocolla, I received this letter from Emmy. Dear Terry, thank you for your first order with us. Enjoy your Montegrappa Zero Chrysocolla. I'm very proud of the result of this collab with the team at Montegrappa. Be sure to let me know how is the nib. I've checked and made sure it writes as it should. Follow us on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram at Penventure when posting with your pen. We wish you a wonderful day and a productive rest of the week. Greetings from Romania, Emmy, Penventure team and Penventure owner. Very nice touch, I must say. And I love his handwriting, which is one of the reasons why I love watching his videos. So I was so delighted to actually get this. It's just little things like this. Just, yeah, I like it. Anyway, so I'm gonna start with my crappy handwriting after showing his. Actually, my handwriting is okay. I'm not even gonna try that. He just really has beautiful handwriting. So, how should I do this? I have 2 pens, 2 hands. This video could go on for hours. So this one is fine, and this is extra fine. So I'll start with the Chrysocolla. I'm not gonna write too much. So. Ooh, that feels good. Montegrappa. Montegrappa Zero. Zero Chrysocolla. Nib. It's extra fine. Stainless steel. Ink. It's the Jade Noir. So it's a little bit green and a lot black. So let's see. It's flawless. Write some reverse. I forgot to check the Haute if it writes in reverse, but I do believe it does. So I'll go back to the Chrysocolla with my right hand. It's Montegrappa. Montegrappa Zero. Stainless steel. Extra fine nib. Using Monteverde. Jade Noir. Excellent. Smooth, 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 smooth. So for the fine Montegrappa Cityscapes, you can see a little bit of a difference in the line weight. It's fine. I do prefer the extra fine. I think this is Raven Noir, which is, I really like the Noir ink, which is a black. Again, right hand, Montegrappa, 0, Cityscapes. Fine stainless steel. Doesn't write as, oh it does. It just depends on my grip, how it writes in reverse. I never write these in reverse, but I always like to see how they, especially when it's a thicker nib, I like to see how it writes in reverse. But yeah. So pros and cons for the Montegrappas. Turn off my garden has decided to water itself. Pros for the Montegrappas, they write flawlessly. They're well balanced. With or without the cap. It feels just as good with the cap as it does without. They're light in weight, and I would say that the looks just classy and understated. I love I prefer the silver over the gold. But yeah, it's just like just a simple. It's just the little things, the rollerball type of thing there. I love the finial on the Montegrappa. It's something like this. It goes like this. I guess it's their take on an M. Cons, I say cost. These are both pushing $500. It may be small for some. And as I said before, I don't like when my clip has movement I like for my clip to be firm when I hit it. If I hit it, I don't want it to move. This one has a little bit of back and forth movement, but it's stiff otherwise. So that's the Montegrappas. I would see if I can show off and try to write Montegrappa with both hands at the same time. I don't know if I can. Let's see. I'll have to really concentrate. It was things like this that drove my mom crazy. As I mentioned in my first video, she would always tell me to pick one hand. It was stupid stuff like that she would just go crazy when she would see me do. But anyway, those are the Montegrappa zeros. And I expect there will be multiple versions of these as the years go on, from different vendors that are going to want to have their own take on it. So yeah, beautiful pen, nice writer, feels good in the hand. I couldn't recommend these enough. And same for Penventure. Check out his videos on YouTube. Check out his collection. He's very passionate about his pens, and as you can see from the letter, he takes his customer service seriously. So shipping from Romania was terrific until it got to the U.S., and then it was all a little slow, but I'll definitely buy from him again. So bit of a long-winded one, but thank you all for watching. Thank you for all of your comments and questions and kind words as always. I am going to try to do actually one more video for a cross pin, so stay tuned. Thanks.